Hello traders and welcome at this new Bitcoin technical and order flow analysis video. In today's video, I would like to teach you and show you how I was trading for the past few days. So in this box, we will be focusing on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday will be the most important because it was the most recent, so everything is super fresh for me. And then in the second portion of the video, we will go over Bitcoin and what we can expect from this region to the upside and to the downside. Very likely we continue higher. I want to show you order flow, technical analysis and macro view, so you can see what you can expect next. This video is also good education how to trade during summer. In summer we tend to range even more often than usual. Just remember one very simple stat: Bitcoin is ranging 80% of time, which means all you need to do is to master 80% of time, and that's ranging for Bitcoin. And then don't mess up the rest of the 20% when you are breaking or you have the trend, okay? So, in summer, so Bitcoin tends to range 80% of time, even during outside of the summer. And in summer is even more so. I think it's like 85 to 90% Bitcoin is ranging, okay? If you don't have any macro news event changing, yeah? So yeah, that's what you are doing. And in today's video, you will see how I trade every single day during summer. I take 1 to 2 trades. I'm usually both short and long. I play both sides of the range extremes. I'm adjusting the positions, so this is going to be all shown in the video. I know I produce long videos, but I need to do that because I need to explain you context behind every single trade, behind every single move. I cannot just say, oh, we come to the Fibonacci and we reacted. Of course, no. I really want to teach you how to trade well. Our traders are doing well in the group, but these public videos also, for some people who don't have money, they can learn from this. I just want to make everybody happy. And one more thing, I don't prepare for these videos. I just show you what I did past few days, because I've seen many people, they are just literally preparing for videos. They are preparing because they didn't trade, so they're just doing analysis. That's it, you know. But you always see that. So we will be now starting. I have the timestamps here. I want to show you what is very key, not only for summer or in general, but you need to prepare every single day as you go into your trading desk. You have to make a plan. You have to see and analyze market as it is and do plans and preparations where you will take the battles, and the battles mean the trades. So we'll be starting with Monday preparation and then the Monday execution. Same for the Tuesday. Tuesday had no big plan because still it was coming from Monday, and I was just not trading Tuesday at all. I was just waking up very late. And then Wednesday. So let's go to Monday. So for Monday, here we are. I'll be also jumping into the charts to showing you what was happening. Today's video will be long, but I just need to show you everything. So you can see after the weekend, you can see, do you see this big jump here? This is Bitcoin reacting to the EU and US signing the trade deal. European Union is the biggest partner with Europe. So any deal like that is boosting market and is boosting equities and Bitcoin to the upside. Actually, when I finish the swing course in the summer, my next module will be on educating people how to trade the news, how to understand macroeconomics, because this was very easy trade to take. Or if you were already in positions, which was our case, we extended profits from the market just based on the push to the upside. So you see it caused beautiful, because Bitcoin is only asset which can react in the world during the weekend. So nice push to the upside. So what you can see here, and this is why I was actually missing short on Monday, because during Asia, you see, even as you are pumping on the news, we were hitting a lot of sell side. This is Binance, but it's leverage. So we were hitting and filling a lot of sell side walls, which were exhausting market into the pullbacks. And you can see a lot of people were actually shorting in these regions. These walls were substantial, a few hundred Bitcoins each and together. And you could be, because right now, if the walls are very serious, you tend to get really good reaction. So people were shorting during Monday Asia, and they were putting in validation behind the walls. That was very simple procedure to do. I was not trading during Asia, so I was missing actually short here, but I had short from few days back, so I still had exposure to the downside, just not the full size, okay? you can clearly see in this post, I'm preparing traders to look for new trades, watch this minor zone, and then the big demand zone. Okay, so I'm preparing myself. I want to interact here. Yeah, you can see here. I will be looking for new longs today in the large demand nodes. Second demand node is the best area for today. So here we are. You pretty much want to go where are passive market participants placing their orders during summer. We have generally lower volumes, so it's easier for market to fill some of those walls, and it's also easier to get bounce from the large, demand clusters. And just remember, when you arrive into these walls, you will be taking out weekend longs. And this is, yes, I will be just jumping here very briefly. My older post about this, I just want to remind you, most of the time you can stop this image, but most of the time you stopped out weekend traders both directions, both and shorts and both longs taken out. So this was the main premise here. When you will be filling the weekend liquidity to the downside. So let's go further down. Plus, do you see why those passive sellers were placing orders here? Because we are at 14-day VAH area. So they are preparing to fill new orders so they can rotate range to the downside. Yeah. So a lot of profit taking was happening up here. You can clearly see we had on Monday big liquidity above, which was not taken. We don't need to go over that. We also see future resistance very likely into the Thursday and Friday was posted there. I was also explaining, this is very crucial post. This was posted in the group. When Bitcoin is pushing out of the lows and order book depth aggregation on the spot market is continuously rising with the price, this is bullish. This is bullish. Only people who backtested TRDR know this. So I was telling our traders I'm pretty bullish here, and this was the final push to the upside out of this. What does it mean when this is increasing and price is increasing? It means the new spot buy walls are getting placed below the price, and they are often chasing to be filled, which is inevitably causing push to the upside. Yes, because market participants see, and market is running away from all those buy limits orders below. Yeah, so this was bullish, and this was the finale of that move. You can also clearly see I was posting support and resistance. Here is I like to use Okotoki for now because I want to see exactly how big are the walls in the areas so I can interact with them. That was really good to watch. What else to watch? Oh yeah, also on Friday we had massive shorts. So in the end we were also beautifully long from this area from 115,000. It would be 3-hour long video if I would be covering everything, but we are also heavily longing this area. Also the pullback here was I was longing with the group. Beautiful coverage. So we are just winning in this market, easy market. So many shorts, and all the pump into the weekend was happening from shorts closing. Yeah, look at those peaks. Yeah, open interest was declining. This is also giving us, and this is crucial by the way for next few days. We've seen massive open interest increase, yeah, because 80,000 Bitcoins were sold into the market, right? So all these market participants, they were thinking Bitcoin will break into the 110,000. It never happened. They actually got trapped here. And I told our traders in this post, yeah, look at that. It is wide box, but I would expect market to hold any pullback out of this box and use trapped shorts and order flow support. We've seen same fractal many times in the past. Each time, just remember that as well, traders, each time you are getting very large open interest increase. This was actually 30,000 Bitcoins entering into the market. This is actually insane. This is biggest open interest increase in few weeks, yes. Massive shorts are coming here. You know what's gonna happen. Once you started trading above these people, like literally trap 100% of the shorts here. Why? How do I know there are shorts? You have many metrics, you have many tools, but the most simple way how to identify when new positions are entering into market, you have open interest and you have volume by side delta. You see open interest increasing, you see delta decreasing, so you know leveraged capital is entering into the market. In the future, like in next few days as we are trading, we've got multiple bounces out of this area, 1, 2, and third bounce. So these shorts were helping us. This was massive order flow support as outlined here. Let's go further down. This is also by the way on CME gaps. Let me give you a small gold nugget on CME gaps. So we need to go to BTC1. Remember BTC1 is the CME pair on Bybit, on in US, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And this is the largest open interest in the world. So you need to pay attention when CME is sweeping highs and lows for the swing failure patterns, and you need to pay attention to the gaps. I told our traders very clearly, for me the major sign of weakness will be during Monday if you start getting acceptance into the gap. That's pretty much fractal situation. We've seen that again this many times in the past. What means acceptance? It means like if you want to do in candles is like two 30-minute candles closes inside. But I don't watch it like this. I watch it like in general acceptance, like spending inside the gap few hours. Once you do that, you can start expecting we might fill the gap. Yes. You know what is really great about CME gaps? Recently, we've got super exciting reactions from each fill. You know, the Friday low and Friday long was also based on this CME gap start. When market is very bullish, is not gonna let you fill the gap and fill the inefficiency, because it means you will untrap all those trapped shorts. Look at the moving market up abruptly into the new all-time highs. People who were trading this range for 6 weeks, they got trapped, and they also we had no volume in the CME gap, so market don't want to let them out, and oftentimes you get these bullish reactions and bullish retests of the gap start. Yeah, so you see very clean reaction on Friday, and you also see very clean reaction during Monday. Yeah, look at that. And we've got that acceptance, so it was just a matter of time until you fill the gap fully. It's just easier to fill, especially if it's because this gap was filled many days. It took many days to fill this, but this was happening directly on Monday, and you have highest chance to fill the gap on Monday. There is like 60% chance you will fill gap on Monday. Okay, remember this gold nugget as well, because statistics can be your friend, and it better be your friend in trading. It's so important. Let's return to the post. Ultimately, my idea on Monday was when we fill the gap, it's gonna be matching weekend liquidity. Look at those lows. Look at the weekend long. Let's imagine is you go long here, long here, long here, long here. Where is your stop loss? It's here. So this is why Tradingdifferent is showing you liquidity here. Once you stop weekend longs, you might look for nice trades because you also had Orderflow support there in terms of big walls. And now we should really move down. Am I done? Yes, I'm done, because I'm trading I was trading a very different time zones. Monday long. Okay, so I'm waking up after my trading plan. I left traders were trading without me. I'm waking up. I'm already seeing rejections from gap start, and I'm telling traders to patiently wait for gap fill. And now I'm telling traders we are in the demand area. Look at that, it's actually over 2,000 bitcoins were bidding in this area. So very clear area of interest for us on Bitcoin, and we were grabbing the weekend liquidity. Yes. And I'm telling traders needs to be good reversal for interaction, right? Spot is bidding at range val, another area to watch. So we are approaching also the val. So CME gap got closed, very good reaction, and I took my trade started as a scalp, then it became the day trade. That's the advantage of scalpers. You can use a very short order flow to your advantage and take the trade. So I took the scalp long here, and I'm using rest of the demand area as stop loss. Let me show you what I meant by that, because we need to we need to be in the chart actually, so you are not lost just on passive post. Pretty much. So 28th of July that's Monday. We are over here. So 28th of July, I'm taking longs. I'm taking long exactly here. Also our traders are taking, because some of our traders are experienced to trade on their own. Some of our traders are using me as a validation for their trade ideas, so they learn directly from me. So we are taking as a group long here, and I'm placing stop loss behind those three walls, so they will be protecting me. If the low is getting better, I can reposition myself with new long, or you get breakdown. There are just two options here. So very nice. And the initial reactions, very good initial reaction, 0.76%. That's perfect for trade. Remember another gold nugget, Bitcoin tends to be in 1 to 2% range 68% of times during the year. So 1 to 2% moves are perfectly good for you to trade. You need to have realistic expectations. Don't expect 5 to 10% move on Bitcoins. We are not in 2021. You need to be, Bitcoin is much larger asset. It's trading based on institutional capital now, based on ETF. So you see. So I'm taking that long, and let's see how my posts were developing, because it needed context analysis, right? First reaction from demand area was better. Now spot demand coming like you can see spot was buying here, but it was unable to make new highs. So there was like very local absorptions. You need to bridge this high to actually break these absorptions. Let's go further down. I notified traders. I still have stop loss where is the arrow, so I'm not taken out, because we did another piercing into the lows and we tried to take out those walls, but we failed. So because 0.27% stop loss even here, so my stop loss is very tight. Okay, even when stopped out, I will look for new entry at around 117,000. Remember this number 117,000, because it's actually coming to play next day when we long the Bitcoin. So everything was predicted. I bet on slower reversal here. Agar supports slow days, so volumes are not helping as much. Equities also needs to turn to help Bitcoin, because actually Bitcoin bleeding down was based on equities bleeding down as well. And then equities started turning, Bitcoin started turning. I'd rather be stopped out than repositioned. For me, fees are pretty small, as we might dip into losing walls. In such case, you want to enter after clearance is done. Seems I need to wake up and stop market from bleeding yet. It's just a funny post. Two things to notice: if we continue moving into the lower levels, I start to think of remaining open OER longs. We don't need that post. One thing to be aware of: during weekend, little delta was needed to push us. Now New York session delta is big boss, and it has easy way to breach Friday low. So first threshold reached. I was just comparing here on spot, because you see you can measure symmetry of every single day. When spot starts buying, you watch how much reaction it gave you in the similar trading session, so you can see how much buyers have power in the market against algos, against other market participants. We can see on average there was 0.5 to 0.4% bounce on such a spot bit. Same like here and same like here. Past few hours, decent spot buying gave us 0.4%, 0.5. This is also for scalpers, so not just for scalpers, for people who want to be risk-free and take profit one on, for the invalidation. So if they are stopped out, they are not going into the loss. So yeah, look at that. The spot buying was continuing, yes, since my entry, which is really good. Each time you enter into the market, if you are on long side, you definitely want to see spot market bidding, not only perpetuals. I don't want to see perpetuals only playing in the market, because they can be then squeezed against spot. I like to see when I'm in trade to spot also confirming my move. So always remember that. Now I tell traders it will be crucial if you manage to reclaim yellow box, because ultimately we've seen Bitcoin was very choppy over the weekend in the 17-day high volume node. This is the area where you try to avoid trades, and you already need to be positions from higher or from lower, and you can be choppy in it. And actually I think we were choppy there a bit. Here was the CME fun. So we did cheeky pullback, by the way. That was cheeky pullback. We didn't even had lots of longs in the market. On Binance, the market went for them. Very little scared longs were entering on Binance, and you can see they were taken out. Another thing I want to remind you, traders, because some of our traders did that mistake. So let's go here. Make sure when you trade Bitcoin to put stop loss on your trades. Especially if you are taking from final intraday low high, it needs to be hidden behind, because you see what happened. Since I was taking longs here, if my stop loss would be at the entry or higher a bit, so I don't want to risk, I would be stopped out and I would never participate on this beautiful intraday pump. Always have stop loss outside key high and lows. You will be stopped out for a bit higher loss. Of course, if you don't use crazy leverage, is okay for you. And that's actually main reason why people use super tight stop losses, because they use too high leverage. Remember, don't use high leverage, please, okay? And yeah, so stop loss is outside, is covered and protected by the walls. And these cheeky pullbacks, which were happening into the entry, they didn't take me out, right? And I was actually adding to positions because this area I was milking. I call this like milking. I'm adding to position and I'm just trading local range and I'm taking profits at highs. I will not be shorting here also because this is bottom of the range of the 18 days range. So no shorts here for me even as a scalper. I just want to be on the long side and I'm constantly adding to position when needed. You can already notice we had really good shorts on the Binance in the lows, just a bit higher. So you could be betting on short squeeze of these shorts once you get into their entries. I think that was the main idea of that. So we have 1k of shorts here. We need to go beyond them to trap them and seek their stop loss. Bybit still has some fuel from shorts. You see where these shorts are, yeah? So you need to go beyond them and then you will be squeezing market about 118,500. Let me show you on the chart what happened here. I cannot show you on Tradinglite. I will be soon changing because they are just retarded. They don't show this. So I need to show you over here. Friday, Monday. Yeah, here the short squeeze started here and we started pushing into the top resistance. So that's what was happening there. And you can see spot market was continuously, each time we were going for pullback, spot market was continuously bidding. So the large buyers was present on spot market. That's always what you want to see when you are in trade. They are getting defended. We've got brief bearish CVD here, but this was not important because later on in find out. So I started the week telling you on the Friday we had the biggest shorts increase in past few weeks, and you see what is already happening. So these people got trapped here at the start of the box, and you already get first successful retest and then push outside of this box. Yeah, this is the most pure form of support and resistance. Okay. And where I'm seeing the spot market, I'm already telling traders is very likely spot market is gonna try to force us into this box where you will be looking for sells at this region and you will be looking for buys at the 117,000. By the way, that's what happened. We pushed to the upside, we pushed to the on Tuesday on the 117,000 and we pushed to the upside again. So we were exactly in my box I outlined. When I see very large orders, I can already predict how market will be behaving. So we are already reaching another target area. Look at that spot continuously buying, you know, and it finally broke the bearish CVD here locally and pushing to the upside. And we bought the final low of the day. For me, the best feeling in my trading is actually when I buy final low of the day or final high of the day, and there is no other high or low. That's actually warming my heart, and when more people do this with me, I'm super happy. Yeah, you see again, stop loss hidden behind the walls, and we are finally pushing. And again, remember it's summer, and you need to let market play out. The best moves are happening when you actually range a bit. V-shape recovery, like if you come here, I'm longing here, I'm not expecting immediate pump to the upside. Why? Because V-shape recovery is not unlikely in the market. Check your chart and see how many times you've got V-shape and like impulse recovery. It's less than 20% of times. Most of the time you first range. But why you range? It's fundamental property of the market to range because big traders, those traders who actually move the market, they need to fill positions on smaller volume from retail, but also from other medium to high bigger traders. So they need to fill positions from shorts, from longs. Market needs to distribute, and then it's gonna leaving for expansion, right? So that's how it is. And again, we've got that fuel. Actually, it took a few hours to squeeze this short. So it was happening, I think, when I was sleeping. Was the time here? Yeah. Soon I will go sleep, and then market had fun. Bram was covering group nicely. And now we are heading where? We are heading for Tuesday trading. And you see what is happening here. Some more traders already seeing that massive sell side pressure. So you could be actually shorting here, and in that case, the ideal scenario is to hide your stop loss behind 119,600, yeah. So you don't need like very large leverage, but you can be playing that very good. So I can go now to Tuesday, because now Tuesday is connected to the Monday, some analysis. Tuesday I was not giving any analysis because I went to sleep too early, but I was directly waking up and buying the low. And I was telling our traders in the post, make sure to watch the sell side areas here. Look at that. Look how big rejection here. Because do you see like how empty all the books are? So the long was here. We've hit like multiple targets. I even, like, when I was sleeping, I actually left sell order to fill me and add me to short. In front of the wall I had another order here, so I filled only one of the two positions, but still I got adding to the short, because my core short is very old. It's like 15 days old since the range started, right? So I'm constantly adding to it. So beautiful. Look at that. This is so it's not that hard for market moving over empty order books. This is, by the way, leverage view, not spot market. Spot was also selling here, so you've got like double confluence. And now you come here, you have empty order books, and there is not even much volume to breach the first wall. There's like sign of weakness. So many people shorted already, and if you were trading during these times, you also definitely had short. Some of our traders definitely shorted there, so they were adding this baby down to 117,000. So here we are. I'm waking up, and on Tuesday we bought the low again, the final low, and let's see how I was trading that exactly. Now, time to watch large spot demand cluster just below. Yeah, this is where we have really big spot walls, and they should be providing some nice support. So we see already spot starting to buy. That's really good to see. Massive shorts on Binance down here. So you see on Monday we've got massive shorts into the lows on Binance. They got direct. What they are doing, they are not shorting they're not shorting with the walls, they're actually shorting the lows again. It's very simple. What you need to do down here, you need to move beyond these people, and once you trap them, they will be serving as a fuel, and you can get short squeeze. Market so far not showing good reversal, but be aware, if these shorts are getting trapped, I will look for late long entry. Let's go down. So again, equities, look at the equities. Bitcoin is trading 1-to-1 to equities during summer. Pullback, push on pullback, and another push to the downside. All cool. It's also like seasonality as well. We don't need to go over that. So I'm telling our traders, this is like signal. I know I shouldn't give as much signals, but I'm actually giving signal, and I'm explaining why I'm taking the trade. So it's absolutely best combination of the both walls. Yeah, scalp long taken from spot wall. Tighter stop loss behind spot wall. Main idea is to trap shorts and squeeze them. Literally main idea of the day. Simple. Sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate. Let me show you what we were doing. Yes. So this is Monday. Yeah, this was the Monday long, and now we are on Tuesday. So look at that. Very strong spot demand over here. Yep, we took one of the walls, but the bigger, like Big Daddy wall with 160 bitcoins, which is pretty large size on spot, is holding, and I put stop loss behind, and many other traders did as well. And from that moment, you start to continuously working way to the upside, and you were working to squeeze the shorts. And you know what else to say? We've hit 18-day wall again. So what you are looking down here, you are looking for longs until it holds. If you start losing it, it's a different picture. If for now, until the area holds, you can play for another partial or full range rotation. You can see when at lows, fresh shorts going to market with textbook absorption reversal candle. This was happening over here. Most of the volume is on the left side, is reminding you letter P. Yeah, P-shapes are very strong. Massive sellers over here getting trapped, 251 bitcoins. And this is reversal candle, because here you've got the shorts, but you still have red candle. You have like very distributed volume. It took 36 minutes. This is not exhaustive reversal. Yeah, it was very, very slow price action. Here is much better. Only 3-minute candle, minus 55 million delta, 200 million candle. Very good reversal here, and positive. Even with negative candle, I will get positive candle. So this is textbook reversal candle in this template, right? People shorting into wall, we will find out same as past 18 days. It was not a good idea. I'm literally, why they short the wall past 18 days? They are getting wrecked. We also need spot bid, which is needed for such reversal, and we are getting that spot bid. And you can see from all day, this is the most aggressive spot bid coming into the market. Here they were just lethargic, sleepy. Here is very strong bid. So yeah, that's what we need. And very little buy side delta from perps, so nobody from those shorts closing yet. So we know shorts are starting to be trapped, and yeah, Bitcoin Euros private bonds, we are doing just jokes. Of course, we don't have much volume, like as much volume to move market alone. we've got like 10 to 20 million now to move the market. That's decent, but of course you need hundreds of like you need 100, 200 million to move market. You see on Binance volumes, it's just, yeah. Leaving rest of the long running for DVAP and clear wipeout of the shorts. And you are getting help now, so passive buyers also showed up, another subtle sign to help with the bounce, and 2 walls just above were another reason for take profit 1. So you could be taking profit 1 here for, you know, 30% at least, like for stop loss and for guaranteed profit. You're also getting help from the wall. This is important when you are pushing to the upside. Look at that, yeah, so this is how you watch the trapped shorts. You pretty much need to reclaim them as a support. That's what market did. Market pushed and then started rejecting out of these positions. Remember, if you are shorting, imagine you are shorting here and you want to get out. Well, you will have limit orders, right, when you're at your entries, or you will be market buying to close your short. So this is exactly, and with Exocharts you can see how market functions, yeah, how the support and resistances are created in real time from shorts, yeah. Also good reversal on equities. We are creating higher high, higher low, change of structure. So they will definitely help Bitcoin. Having fun. Again, I was warning traders we might be getting chopped a bit in the high volume node. Look at that beautiful bounce. Equity is turning down a bit, but it's okay. I'm still trading during Asia. You see we were still chopping here a lot. It was taking a lot of time for market to actually reverse first. It could do it here, but we picked the range, same as in the previous day, market lows ranging. You see a lot of people were getting long on Bybit and they got stopped out first. But we never take out the low, which means massive absorptions happening here. Some passive market participants absorb these shorts. That's why I also have stop loss outside of the low and we pushed higher. Very nice. You can see now Orderflow support from Friday now giving us second bounce, yeah, helping, and on Wednesday we've got that final massive bounce. One thing you can notice, we've got this very strong sell side on the perpetual markets in these regions, and they got repositioned into the 121 to 122k area. Actually, it's gonna be future resistance for us for the today and for tomorrow, but we'll speak about it later. And spot market is pretty heavy on the sell side, so you are actually pushes to the upside are very limited. And I told our traders, when I'm taking long here, you need to take profit to either at this wall, yes, or at this wall. So in these two areas, like in this zone, because it's very hard for market to breach. Look, it's visible here better. This is, by the way, Kiyotaka, where you can see aggregated order books, and you see on most exchanges this is very heavy selling area from. And I'm also telling our traders, in the future when we go into the lower pullback, we still have very strong support on the spot markets. First zone is here and second zone is here. There's a very, very topped out on Wednesday. We'll go over this. So here we are. This is yesterday. So we finally are in Wednesday, and now let's have a fun with Wednesday. So my plans are I need to show you the plan for Wednesday because it's how it's played out in the end. We also continuously see lots of shorts incoming into the range lows 1, 2, 3. In the end, we've got final leg, which will be leading us into this swing long. I'll be going over that in a bit later. So let me show you how I was preparing myself. By the way, 115,000 is gonna be future support. Lots of demand walls on the spot markets. So Wednesday was very specific. Many of you traded this and it was volatile. First we've got news events in the middle of the session which caused volatility, like pretty large one. But the main event of the day was FOMC, and here was my plan for FOMC. I expect biggest volatility of the day, especially if they surprise market with rate cut or bending the knee to the Trump with more dovish projections. It will be very likely slipping from during FOMC, but I actually woke up to it, so it's okay. After cash close, AI giants, Microsoft and Meta, are reporting their earnings. Their market cap is so large, it can sway whole market if there will be some nasty or good surprises. Overall, we want AI party to continue with strong demand. Both of these events were affecting us strongly on Wednesday, so we should really go into that, let me show you. So what was my, so let's actually teleport now. So we need to go to Wednesday F long trading. I'm waking up here and let's see how I was trading that exactly. FOMC press conference is ongoing now. You pretty much need to watch when Pavel is speaking, because he is gonna causing like the published text is not doing as much as when Pavel is speaking. He can change market and cause it to be very volatile. So time to adjust the level for possible swing failure pattern. This actually we failed at low. We've got the breakdown. Now I told our traders 115,800 to watch if we fail with swing failure pattern or stabilization and then failed auction. So let me go into the exact template. Actually, I outlined this level a few days back already, I think on Monday somewhere. So our traders knew, but I always like to remind. So first we are watching if we do swing failure pattern out of this low, but we didn't because equities were crashing with Bitcoin as well. I need to zoom out, look here. They were reacting when Pavel said he don't want to do fast rate cuts, and market was repricing it as very strong move to the downside. You need to understand macro, because when exactly he said that, he crashed the market, yeah? So that was happening over here, but we were ready. This was actually final support for Bitcoin before. If this high volume node would be lost, I would expect Bitcoin to attack 115,000 again. But here we've got, you remember those big shorts? I was showing you an open interest. Well, this was the majority, like the biggest portion of those shorts were actually this daily naked point of control and high volume node. So this was our confluence to look. I told our traders, and this is crucial based on I traded like, I can't even count, but I'm trading FOMC for a few years already. When his mount stops speaking and conference ends, we will see if market is happy with direction. We tend to see reversals after conference ends. If we don't see reversal, then you know is strong repricing of the market. This one simple sentence, actually, that's what we've got. We've got the reversal after he stopped speaking. Actually, it was happening during his speech already, but then we've got the even larger reversal, right? So you see, move to the downside. If SFP fails, we go for inefficiency. You know that even gold is down. So let me go just when I was taking. So here is my entry. Daily NPOG is reacting. I got quick scalp long out of it. So you see my trade is starting as a scalp, and then later on it's gonna become a day trade. Took another 10% take profit on core short, and another 10 to 15% will be shared over 115k. Yeah, you are taking constantly profits as you are hitting supports. If market loses current low, I will be out with tight stop loss. Same like past few days, actually a pretty tight stop loss. What I want to see for long scalp is to reclaim of the massive shorts. It's funny actually, same thing was happening past 3 days in a row. It's crazy fractal. Then I will get 0 to 5% to 0.08% move, at least this is like minimum move out of such. So you see we are getting very strong shorts into the daily naked POG, into the very good support. And same thing on the Binance. Actually on Binance you needed to push a bit higher to trap like look at the delta, 85 million delta, 700 Bitcoin shorts in this candle. Very good. So I tell our traders what area exactly needs to be reclaimed so we see further upside. This is very crucial to use in your trading when you do order flow, because then you can add to your trade and you can be more patient. When you reclaim the level, you will expect much more upside. Let me show you on chart how it was looking like. So let's go here. 116,400 to 500 is over here. I will be using this, it's much better than there, it's not visible here. Okay, I just want to show you the box. 400 to 500 here. This reclaim here literally doubled the move to the upside out of the lows. Now you're long, you start to be far more greedy. I also, after I take profit one over here, I was adding to my trade after this breakout. Yeah, 10% I think I added, so I was like to 60% exposure. Very safe. You widen stop loss a bit, but very, very safe adding when you trap those shorts. You see my take profit one was 50% of this. Because at first it was not looking as good for Bitcoin, but later on it becomes, so sometimes we take 30%, 40, this time I did 50%. It was all good, you know. If you manage to trap shorts, is also good indication who is in power in the market. If you trap large longs into the area, then definitely not good sign. So it was very decisive to watch Orderflow for us in the region. Longs were coming in, they were getting absorbed a bit, but in the end we've continued higher. You see how equities are also starting to push to the upside. The delta was also pushing, shorts were taking some profit from higher. I was already telling our traders, if we reclaim, okay, it's our trader posting very good, because I was then, I think, double posting what he posted, but it's a very good template for us when we see no volume traded in the area that needs to be filled. And for day traders, if you are not scalping, you pretty much are going long here, and you are seeing very large relative volume spike. This is extremely crucial for your trades. Each time we do over 1 billion candles or 2 billion candles is very good reversals in the market. You get almost certainly day trade because large traders fill positions and the volume were traded, and you've got massive shorts into the lows, so you will have also the fuel to the upside. Yeah, so very, very good. And from that point you really need to start reclaiming that candle as well. So here is like 116,600 reclaim, and then you do counter push to the upside. And I'm just summarizing, shorts are getting wrecked. Well, they are, because we started really good reversal, and now I'm doing same post as our trader was showing. We will be very likely moving very fast over this area, and then we started pushing even further to the upside. Look at our traders, they are taking that trade with me, and easy push into the inefficiency, yes, as was expected from the order flow. And you can now see this is pretty advanced. You see open interest increasing into this was news event selling. Okay, so people were shorting like hawkish FOMC. They were expecting Bitcoin to break much lower. If you go beyond this line, which is ESP, it is initial point of selling. We use that for news events. You will trap everybody who was shorting this FOMC and expecting breakdown, and then you pretty much start pushing much higher to the upside. That was the main theme of the market. Plus, I wanted to see you will reclaim 18-day val. Do you see, by the way, dominance of the 80% posts I'm showing you were dominated by order flow. Only 10-20% are based on technical analysis, because yeah, that's just order flow is dominating all of this. And you can see as you are pushing out of the lows, you've got the big shorts, you feel a lot of supply. A lot of demand walls, so big traders fill positions, exhausting the market. Look at the volume spikes, yeah. Plus new traders start to protect the low. So even if you go for pullback, you might get protected and will not take the low. And even if you take the low, you still have even more walls below, so you can actually get swing failure pattern, yeah. So passive market participants are key ingredient for continuations. You want to see them. Since we've got into the lows, look at that spot selling, every time selling, curving bottom, and now spot starts bidding. And actually spot was bidding for next few hours, even until I speak now. Spot continuously was buying. And now crazy reversal here on equities. Do you know what happened? Actually Meta and Microsoft were reporting. As I was preparing traders, this can actually cause another large volatility, and they reported amazing results. AI party is continuing, and this actually reversed whole market losses and helped Bitcoin to the upside. So even right now as I speak, we continually push on AI narrative, and spot market is growing. Our trader teacher Bram is telling also we've got beautiful reaction and we have potential for swing long, which we know. And then we've got very close into the initial point of selling, and I'm already like in Asia, I'm showing traders direction, open interest to decrease and price to increase to the upside. We also I was expecting delta round trip, which we've got right now as I speak. Yes, all the delta which was shorting into the lows got round tripped into the area, and you see here is my prediction going. we've continuously, like, you reclaimed ESP and goodbye all those people shorting into the lows. We didn't see abrupt massive candle, we actually see slow bleeding, so we continuously go higher, and shorts dropped are slowly closing positions. And even as you are pushing this morning during London, so we are now at the around time where is market right now. You see spot demand walls are showing up in the market. And now, so I've got every single day, I was taking profit on shorts, one was taken passively, and every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we went in longs at the range lows and we perfectly catched it. Again, is a very easy, I tried to do fast summary, how long it took, 44 minutes just to summarize these days, and I was not going into super heavy details. But now let me show you what we can expect from Bitcoin next. First thing I would like to start with is we have another potential movers, like this is final earnings of the week, and I expect large volatility to come. We have Apple reporting and Amazon. Those are also huge companies, very similar to Meta and Microsoft. And for Bitcoin, Strategy will be reporting, and also Coinbase. Coinbase, you will be seeing if you actually have really good bull market, because if they are making a lot of money, it means a lot of people are transacting on Coinbase. They are making money on ETFs, so you pretty much want to see good results on Coinbase. Strategy, I'm not sure, because I just hodled this for a long time. They are just holding Bitcoin. I don't know if they are like booking profit from it. I don't think so. But these two companies, after today's close, will be causing extra volatility in the market. We can check also Forex Factory if we have any news event today. This is another step you should do when you are sitting into your trading desk. We do have news events. You can see the red color here. We have unemployment causing these unemployment claims and core PCI. So yeah, this can actually, if there will be like significant deviations 1 hour before cash opens, you can get nice volatility in the market. Okay, so let me start with the analysis on the Bitcoin. I really need to go into the order books. I'm still using Tradinglite, but it's gonna take maybe 1 week, and then I'm switching to Market Monkey. I need to switch. You know, Market Monkey is fantastic. I did an announcement of this Market Monkey. It's fantastic tool. I think it's gonna be taking out all other tools sooner or later. Make sure if you want to use Market Monkey and replace Tradinglite, to use our code just from Bitcoin Heroes. You get 25% off, and there will be plenty of advantages to use that code. Also, in 1 week, I plan to do public tutorial for Market Monkey with my templates, and I will share all those templates to the public, so why not? Okay, so let's return to the analysis. So how we can start? So we can actually look Bitcoin from briefly on technical analysis, where we are right now in the chart. I need to turn and delete things. 1 hour time frame. How are we standing in the range rotation? So we pretty much reached some of more targets. The push up was really good. That's why we kept 50-60% of the position running, a decent range rotation. What is stock market doing here? Yeah, it's continuously pushing. We still have very strong positive session. Look at that. Equities 1% up and Nasdaq 1.4% up. I want to see what the US equities do on cash open. If you see strong buying on a cash open, it can actually help Bitcoin to continue to the upside. It's going to show you not only futures are buying, so traders with leverage, but also the underlying assets and shares are getting bought across the market, because all companies are actually pushing, especially Magnificent 7. So make sure to watch equities today, again, after such a reversal and big earnings. It was just massive reversal for us. Let's go to see Bitcoin on, I just want to see and show you order books. They are very crucial for us. If we get, I mean, it's not likely, but if you get return back into the lows, I will be happily trading swing failure pattern out of these lows, because I'm seeing lots of demand walls are pushing. I mean, they are building up here. You can see we didn't build much support on the buy side on Binance leverage. Only this area getting defended a bit, but nothing special. How about spot market? Spot market will be very interesting, because Kiyotaka. So we will be facing lots of resistances up here. So that's why I told our traders they should book take profit too on the long, definitely. We will need many more volumes, as we were pushing over here with pretty low volumes. You can see how order books were pretty empty on the push to the upside. Not much volume was needed. Look, let me show you on how little delta we actually pushed on the spot market. This is insane. So we went from 31 million up to 82. Crazy. This is crazy. We only pushed on 70 million on the aggregated spot markets, but leverage was like big factor here, yeah, because so many people shorted with leverage, so it was outstretching the move. But it's showing you we pushed on very little volume. Look at the spot, look at the perps, and also empty order book, so you don't need much volumes, but there was only 70 million needed to push. Almost no absorptions in the market. That's crazy. Now you see very large spot selling was coming here, and it was almost matching the lows. Do you see how the big spot selling has absolutely no power to send us back to lows? This is showing you bullish absorptions. Spot buyers are now turning and trying to support the market. Very like this move here with such delta moved us so much, and such a big selling moved us only so little. Very significant factor. That means Bitcoin, like passive market participants on spot, they want to buy Bitcoin on any pullback currently. But again, we are facing right now the let's go Kiyotaka. So if you are in long here, and again, everything I say is no financial advice, just education entertainment, but I took take profit on the long. I still have 30% left. And because, yeah, again, we will be facing so much resistance, maybe we will breach it, of course we can, but then I will be happy to short again around these highs, or maybe even swing value pattern of these highs, because you have so much liquidity in these regions. But I think we need to play this range again very carefully. I was also adding a bit to my short, but not much, just 10%, because I'm waiting for better reaction. And you see not much spot buying is building, so we need to watch what we do during your session. If you get nice pullback, I'll be definitely looking to buy the pullback on the pullback. And we can see from session, because I don't think, yeah, we don't, oh, we do actually, yeah. You've got daily naked point of control here, but this is strange, yeah, because you opened right above the daily naked POC, which means I don't know if it's naked or what. Is not ideal, but maybe, yeah, maybe we can still watch it. It's like support. The better look for you is to look on sessions, so you can see clearly where people are bidding at the lows. Here we are. We can merge these two sessions together. You can watch this session naked POC. It's at 117,000, definitely, because you can actually come down here, take out these lows, and expand the range from higher and do another low and push to the upside. That's where you want, because we don't have much volume in these regions. So you definitely want to stabilize somewhere here. Take the liquidity, bounce. And if we merge, how it's looking? Well, yeah, you see, high volume node here. And then we've got the point of control of the New York session over here. You can watch this area as well. If market is super bullish, it's gonna stop here. But I would like to see some buying orders in the order books here, so market doesn't dive into empty order books. Definitely don't want to see that. So we can watch that. So for shorts, I will be looking, if we starts to see big reversals after we fill the spot walls, I will be looking for shorts. Swing value pattern of all these highs, and then this also very weak formation. Multiple highs close together, definitely as well. Another thing, what's the liquidity? So you can see we are still playing more with internal liquidity. If you want to see internal liquidity, you need to zoom in substantially, like this. So you see how Bitcoin was pushing out of our Tuesday long, and then we grabbed internal liquidity out of this previous day range, and then we pushed to the upside. And now we need to zoom out. Bitcoin still is not pushing into the core liquidity nodes, but you can see in the future, if we get much deeper pullback, you can still watch for swing value pattern and failed auction with this massive liquidity node. We still have huge demand here. I'll be actually showing you that in TRDR, or if we start finally taking out these highs, if we fail swing value pattern here, you know, you've got the high to watch here, this high as well. Again, very weak structure is going to be fixed in the future. And then we've got the massive liquidity again here. And if we go into the charts, we see massive sell side is actually waiting and starting from 121,000 to 122K. So if we get stronger breakout on Bitcoin, another key area of interest here, before you actually make all-time high, you will need to breach hundreds of millions on the sell side on Bitcoin. I'll be looking for shorts here. Sorry, simple as that. And how is our order flow looking just for today? This is, by the way, when you watch this, is don't have to be actually actual. I just want to show you when you are longing here, these big shorts, look at that, they finally got destroyed here with this push right into the high, and now market is starting to go sideways, and some longs are taking profit. You look at that, open interest going down because short fuel now got destroyed. Yeah, so market tends to range when you destroy fuel, and it needs to build a new fuel in the system. And when I go to Bybit, I just want to see if there is any difference on Bybit. Zooming out, yeah, Bybit longs also taking profit. Shorts, actually shorts on Bybit, they're still trapped there. Wow. Maybe it was a bit bad measuring as well, because I see positive delta. In the future, actually, when you come into the low, you can watch exactly these shorts on Bybit. They are actually larger on Bybit than on Binance. So you can watch, before you take out low, you can watch this whole region as a support. Yes, and then get the bounce from trap shorts. That's another thing you can do. How is the global open interest doing? Here is the ESP magic. Look at that, beautiful move. And ESP applied to most of the price actions. The ESP actually even happened here. Look at here. So you've got the shorts, and they started coming from here. Here is the box. Here is the ESP. Look at the fractal. Yeah. This is what you need to do in your trading. You need to find things which are repeating, and I can tell you, until modern markets will be existing, and if AI is not dominating, if you trap too many people at the same place, it's gonna be same fractal very likely, unless you have like bear market, right? See what you did, yeah, on Friday. You pushed beyond initial point of selling, you made them support, and then you squeeze them. What we did today, if I zoom in, is what's happening on smaller time frame. You pushed beyond, you made them support, and you squeezed them. Yeah, open interest decreasing. Almost fully out. I would say right now, most of the shorts are destroyed. Maybe some of them are on Bybit still, but you still got the longs, and they're now taking profit because you see open interest continues to decrease very slowly. Delta also increasing down. So longs from here are taking profit. And who are those longs? It's our group, and it's me, and I took the profit here, so I also attribute it to the open interest decrease. Simple as that. So I already show you areas where I'm looking for shorts. Yes, so there will be swing failure patterns of all these highs. I will be very patient. And then 122K. On the long side, I'm looking for longs. And again, first, this area you can watch. Then we have the liquidity of here and expanded range potential, and then trap shorts at the lows, and then swing failure pattern out of the lows, and then around the 15,000. So you have like 4 areas to watch for longs. Insane and crazy for us. Thank you. And let's have a look on Bitcoin from TRDR to finalize the analysis for today, and then I will be going to just chilling and waiting for the market to come to me, because I don't trade London as much. Let me delete everything here. You can see how negative order book become when we are moving to the downside. Really nice. We still have no significant bands, so it's like no man's land, but still spot is buying heavily. That's what I was mentioning our traders, like each time we get into the decent bit, the spot buyers will be protecting the market. So again, same thing is happening. Even as we are pushing, the spot keeps adding new orders, and is still very positive. So dips will be bought, and we will get bounces again. That's what I'm seeing here. Neutral perpetuals, let me check, 0 to 5%. So we see like full boundary. They start to be slightly negative, and I think the further we go, then we get the pressure bands. Especially they should show up from 121,000, even at 120k. We will see. Coinbase distributing, but that's okay. One thing we are really missing is, you can notice, and again we will need so much volume to bridge those spot walls I was showing you on Kiyotaka. Like look at that heavy sell side. But if we manage to do, I think it's gonna be very medium time frame EPA move, because you can see we've got so many shorts into the lows here. Yeah, so many. Each time we get into lows, so many shorts. So we should really get nice aggregated move of 1 to 2 billion like in the previous existences, and that could get us like somewhere here, and that's actually can cause, right now we very likely go into the range and pull back, maybe then push to the upside, but I would like to see something like this. Yeah, so you destroy all the people shorting past few days into the lows properly, like remaining remnants. Yeah, so destroying everybody. We have fuel, we just need large spot bid. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you can see on the liquidations, yeah, like even I'm on very high time frame, not that high, sorry, 1 hour time frame, right? But you see each time in this range we are punishing mostly longs, very little shorts liquidations. So when we come here, it's gonna be massive short liquidations in these liquidity nodes, yeah. How is CVD doing? Yeah, actually. That's the thing. So we are also pushing on spot market, and now spot market is going sideways or chilling. So Bitcoin also very likely goes into the sideways. And I think we'll just wait for the New York session when the market will be waking up again. So I don't recommend trading much during London or during summer, yeah. We can see we are getting again, do you see these thresholds? This first column is more for looking, you look for head shorts, which are starting as a scalp. They can become your head short on day trade account, but it's much better when you get like very strong sell side somewhere like here, and then you get massive rejection to the downside. That's much better. These thresholds are showing you like the dips will be bought on spot market, but we need much higher prices like 122k. So you get sell bands and you get all these columns which are for day trades and swing trades. They will get negative, much more negative. So this is not happening yet. So it's more of a short term. Yeah, look at that. This is showing you much easier look on the order books. Very empty order books, so easy for the Bitcoin to move up. Now it's gonna be facing very strong resistances on the spot market in these regions, and you can see people want to buy the dip. Aggregated spot template. The purple color, by the way, is Kraken. People from Kraken still have many hundreds of millions to buy Bitcoin. They want to do that. Even at 115,000, they will stabilize the market as well, along with other exchanges. Yes. So again, 115,000 is protected. In the future, I expect swing failure pattern out of this and fill the spot demand walls for us. Sell side, you see sell side is not so huge on the spot. It is very close to us, so it's not showing you here. Future resistance 125,000 is already showing us. It's also order options barrier. How is funding rate? Funding rate is very healthy and not much. It's not giving us much advantage. It's just like this. Swing template is very obvious here. It's still showing us the traders are distributing, so that's why we are ranging for 20 days. Look at the heavy sell side, 0 to 10%, 0 to 5%. And you can see there will be heavy distributions on our spot market when we get into much higher regions. 130 to 140k massive resistance for Bitcoin in the future, just based on this. top was on spot market, sorry, on perpetuals. So we already discussed this area, very clean resistance for us. I will be looking for shorts there, no problem. Also the sell side here, when I'm zooming out, the sellers are very like old sellers, so for very long time people try to fill positions in this area, so that's actually raising odds of a very good reaction. And on the spot market, we need to complement this. Yeah, look at the spot market. So now this is like beautiful template. So you see it's highlighting you big orders. Yeah, the Friday was super easy because we had hundreds of millions on the spot market behind our back. And we still use the rest of them as an invalidation to cover a stop loss behind them, right? This was massive demand cluster, so push to the upside is not a surprise. But you see how we are ranging, yeah? You see how the big orders, both sides are defining the range. We have underlying demand very strong at pullbacks, but also sellers are distributing, very old sellers from before even 2014 people are selling, yeah? Very cheap Bitcoin they bought. Again, 115,000, 114K defended strongly on spot market, and then 112, 700s. Okay, remember these levels, but also just buy TRDR and watch it with me. You don't need to then remember anything. This is the whales template, very good template. So you actually see intentions of the largest entities in the market. So we can see these whales, they are just playing range again, same again. They are trying to force market into moves, right? They filled some nice walls here. This was the Tuesday long. We were longing with the, Monday long with the whales. Again, big order here. This is combining, by the way, spot market and perpetuals together. So you are seeing bells from both markets, how they are trying to sway the market. Right now it's pretty balanced. They are trying to sell here, but it's more smaller orders here. So yeah. Especially, in this region, yeah, you will see only the biggest orders here. So you need to combine this template with other templates. Okay, so that's everything I can do for you. I prepare you for all the key areas above us, below us. Again, just remember today after cash close can be again very volatile. I hope these big companies deliver good results because I have them in portfolios, all of them. And yeah, traders, my simple advice to the rest of the summer is you just focus on range trading. Is the most easiest thing you can do. I will be releasing videos just for our group members where I'm speaking 30-40 minutes why is Bitcoin actually ranging 80% of time. Once you understand Bitcoin is truly ranging 80% of time, you won like small part of the battle, because all you need to do is to be really good range trader and don't fucking up rest of the 20% in trends and impulses. That's actually where most people fuck up, because they are in FOMO. They want to jump on the moves. Look here, yeah, Bitcoin moving, and they want to jump on the moves. They are trying to short. They are trying to long. This is not how you need to trade. If you want to be consistently pulling money from the market, the first and key thing is to trade and master range trading easily. And past 20 days, I think we're one of the most easiest range of the year. Yeah, we've captured almost every single high and low within this range, and mostly with the order flow. I don't care about Elliott waves, FIBs. AMT is important for me because it is how market functions. But yeah, if you want to learn and trade same as me or are experienced traders, join us. You will not regret. It's all about community anyway for me to enjoy and share trades with others. Thank you for watching, traders, and I wish you pleasant trading for the Thursday and Friday. Bye bye.